Yo, morning all, coming off the past video, once again, thank you all for the lovely comments in there about, taking some time out if you're not feeling 100%, which I wasn't, and I feel absolutely top of the world at the moment. Past few days, been getting up at 5:30, coming to the office, put a little podcast in the corner, I Could Murder a Podcast. I don't know if you ever listened to it. I'll put a link for its YouTube channel and Spotify below. It's wicked if you like true crime stuff, with a bit of humour. Put that on, been doing quotes, been doing invoices, been doing some emails, really catching up on the stuff that I was lacking on. So thank you all for the support, and I really do appreciate it. We're doing a fuse board change today in an outside cab, which is already situated where it was originally put on when it was built, sort of thing. It has to go back there. It can't go inside. It's for a friend of mine. It's his house, so we're going to go and do that. But the problem is it's absolutely tipping it down outside. And because it's tipping it down, I'm going to go and buy a gazebo, which I found on Argos. I think it's one of the ones that you can just pull open rather than put together. So we'll buy that. Going to buy some sides. We'll set that up so we've got a bit of weather protection, especially with DNO equipment around and whatnot. So yeah, enjoy. We'll see you in a second. Yo, right, we're here. Should have really came and measured it before. Adam, say hello. So we've got the gazebo, and we had two options, a 3x2 or a 3x3, and I thought, let's go 3x3. But then the gap between the houses is 2.5 metres. Yeah. So Adam is absolutely persistent that we're not going to do it.
And Nick is.
But we are, and then we'll wedge it in between the houses and it'll look delicious. Permanent fixture. I'll actually charge him for keeping it here.
I'll do a deal. I'll build it. You've got to dismantle it in the rain.
That's fine. So this is our board. This is what I mean about having a fuse board in the DNO box outside. This is where it was originally put from when the house was built. I don't have an issue replacing it, putting it in here. I haven't got any space to move it, nor is the money there to move it. We've got a kitchen directly behind. So what we're going to do is put this together. We'll give it a test. The light already, I know, because of the age of the house and where it's located, where we are, there will be shared neutrals between them, so we will put them on the same breaker. We'll have a 32 amp socket circuit, which is the whole house. We'll have a cooker, a shower, and that there is the garage, which is over here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I can get a 6-way board, get the measurements of this, 99% sure that will fit, no problem at all, with a tiny bit of wiggle room, hopefully. But we're going to get this gazebo up first. I'll put the camera on the side so you can watch it, a bit of a time lapse. Excuse me, and laugh at us all.
Yeah, I've already.
Should have bought a smaller gazebo. Bigger isn't always better, Adam, no matter what people say.
I've already pushed the wrong end in.
Pushed the wrong end in? Jesus. You've already broke it on the first pole. That's the first one. You've not even put them together. How have you broke it?
I pushed the wrong end in and pushed the little bracket thing in. So like those little clip things, I'm going to clip onto them. Not into each hole.
Right, well, you can walk to B&Q now and buy another one. Adam of little faith. Look at him. Look at this absolute beauty of a creation.
I must say, this is not what a gazebo normally looks like.
This is £36 well spent, I think. Look at this, guys. Oh, all the room for activities. Look at this. Whoa, Adam, look, watch me quickly. Let me do a flip, quick.
No.
Oh, so at least it's going to give us a chance now. Keep our tools in. Obviously, we'll get a bit of rain when it starts hammering it down a little bit, coming down. A lot better than it was. And we've still got the legs saved. Easy peasy, lemon squeeze. I can't wait till you take this part later.
Oh, it is Bundy. Is it? Well,
yeah,
we'll go on to the actual bond.
Yeah.
Well, it is. It's just got that putty stuff around it.
The putty? Right, I'm trying to take this off. Right, leave it with us. What? Half an hour? We'll get everything tested as best we can. Obviously, this is just preliminary. See what's what, see if we've got a ring, see where sockets are, sort of stuff. Make sure everything's earthed. And we can start pulling the board off, measure up what we need, and I can go to the shop. But right, I'm back. I've just picked the board up, bought a selection of stuff, bought a bit of trunking, tails, fire grommets, little board, RCBOs. Adam's tested what he can do.
Everything but the lights.
Everything, yeah, but the lights. I left the one the lead in the unit, so
I've not done the garage either.
It should be easy. He's figured out there's no rings. It's 3 radial circuits throughout the property. So what will we be doing? We'll piggyback two 20 amps together, because there's two sockets. One 2.5 in here literally goes back to a single socket behind, which is the fridge. So we'll probably put the garage and the fridge on together. Quite concerning that the entire house is just off one 20 amp breaker, but that's the way it was done back in the day. We're not here to run new sockets. Yeah, we're not here to run new circuits. It's, what was it, 1-2 single sockets each bedroom?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So there's like 2 in the lounge.
I think there's 15 points total.
Yeah, so it's not a lot, but we're upgrading this, and at some point if they want to have the kitchen redone, we can easily run a ring main in from there, which will be handy dandy. Just had a bit on the phone to Tony from Velocity Pro Gear, the tool bags. My bag is this one, and the Brother label printer bag is in production at the moment. So I'll give you some updates on that, and at some point I'm going to put a picture of Instagram of the bag, the inside of what my thoughts and process was behind it, what we can sort of do with it and help you guys out. And you sort of load out with it. So that's exciting news. Adam's filled it on the iPad. What I've done here, because really it's only a one-person job already now, Adam's getting to it, he's already started cracking on without me. I've brought my laptop, I'm going to start going over some, I've got 8 quotes to do. I started doing it last night, I was up till about 11:30 last night, and then up at 5:30 this morning. Just good, like, had a great night's sleep, just didn't need any more sleep. So I started doing some more, using the Trader 5, which is the sponsor for today's video, but we'll run through that in a little bit. Is there anything else you want to add, anything you found interesting, Ad? So that's a 2-core cable, armoured cable. Yeah. Which is running to there. So we need to make sure that the outer sheath, because Adam, we'll show this off a second. This is a different type of gland, which I can hand on heart say, yeah. I've never, go on, you sleeve that down for us, dude.
I've just put like a conduit coupler type thing on it. Oh, maybe it doesn't. Oh.
It's a new one beyond me. I've not seen anyone do that before. Right, so it's a normal gland, and they've stuck a 20mm coupler. There we go. Right. Oh, I've never seen that type of sheath either. Look at that.
It's good. It's got that little bit as well. Obviously, it's
I don't even think this. Let us know if you've ever seen these ones before, but we can redo that, making sure we're earthing the armoured cable across. But that literally just runs into the garage. I'm not going to show in the garage because there's some stuff in there. To a fuse switch spur that just does a socket and two strip lights. So that's decent. Yeah, Adam's going to start getting the board on. We're going to use the 5 grommets in the top, but we'll run through that in a second. Right, Adam's knocked through. We've got 5 grommets on the top of the board. He's just trying to find the best position. This is, and Adam's really tried his best, but he's gone against his better judgment and listened to me for once. That is the existing 6mm cable that runs up for the shower, up in the cavity. Adam wanted to try and move the board across and rear entry it in it like this to incorporate it. We won't liven it up because it just goes to nothing. But I've said realistically we want the most length as possible on these cables. So put the board top left, making sure that you leave a bit of a lip around it because the lid cover obviously overlaps it, you don't want to tighten it. We'll just stick a Wago box over the top of this. We'll put a little label saying old shower feed or whatever. While he's doing that, I've gone to the van. I've done Adam's job. I can see why you like coming to work all the time, mate. We're going to use the coffin whisker boxes, using the little coffin ones, and from there, because we need to gland off the armour sheathing for the earth, we've got one of the whisker, what do you want to call them, Ad? Tails? No, gland brass thing. Cool, little brass thing. Yeah, I can't remember. And this just allows you to gland in the cable and earth the sheathing by this sort of sits like that there, and then it means we can get an eye crimp, which I made earlier, onto there, to then turn around and gland it straight through with a bit of twin and earth. I haven't got any flex conduit unfortunately in the van, so we're just going to stuff and gland from the top, stuff and gland from the bottom of the board. Nice and neat, mate. Yeah. One thing you forgot to do is put the tails gland in. Oh dear, oh dear. Sorry for my phone went. What I was going to say is the hole that we're putting in the back, so we're going to just do what I said earlier. But when I was at a Bosch event the other day, they've got these. So they've got all the quick release hole saw sets, which are banging, which we've used for years. But because we cut so many downlights out and any sort of plaster work whatsoever, so you could have any hole saw of any make, cut wood, metal, most of the time it'd be absolutely fine. You cut one hole in a plasterboard ceiling and it blunts it. Or lath and plaster as well, it's a nightmare. So we've always sort of just bought cheap, cheerful ones and just use them for a bit and then throw them away. I know back in the day you used to be able to sharpen them up, but we don't do that. too much effort on our part, sorry. But we do recycle them. We took them in the bin, the recycling bin, not the actual bin. Anyway, but when I was at the Bosch thing the other day, they had these. So they are very similar to our CK or Armeg ones, whichever one you call it, but they're all carbide tips. They're all the new whole saws that we've got. They're all blue ones. They've got the carbide tips, so they absolutely last a massive amount longer, apparently. But I got it all out to use to do this, but then we're not doing it anymore. So, but no, right. I've got my little setup here. The bog roll is for Adam because he has a dust allergy and he forever keeps having to blow his nose. So, he's got snotty nose. This is working an absolute treat now because it's hammering it down. Are we wet, Adam? Are we wet? Absolutely not.
That doesn't work on these.
Oh no, you'll have to get the other crimpers. Sorry, mate. Have I got them in my bag? No. You have to get from the van.
In the rain.
Oh dear, oh dear. So what I'm getting at with this is I've just rang about 12 people that I've already spoke to previous, some of them new people that I'm coming back to. So I can't show you on here, I've got a list of people I've just spoke to, written it down, and then with the Tradeify stuff, I'm then transferring it across, making a customer database. The key thing in a customer database that I never had before I started using Tradeify is a record of who you work for, when you work for, what you did for them, when they paid you, how they paid you, all that sort of stuff. But beforehand, I used to use literally just Word, and I'd type out an invoice, I'd send it across to them, and save it as their surname. Sometimes I'd have duplicate surnames saved on, Word, that sort of stuff. It was just crap system, crap way to do it. So with this, I can search up any customer. I will get their email address straight away. I'll get their telephone number. I'll get their address. Any previous quotes sent to them, any previous invoices sent to them, that sort of stuff. So that's why the Tradeify stuff works absolutely brilliant for me. And it's easy to recommend something you use yourself and you do like it. So hit the links below, 50% off the first 3 months. You guys know the drill by now. If you haven't already tried it, try it out, see if it works for you. Build up your customer database, help yourself out really, because I shot myself in the foot for so many times over so many years where customers are like, oh, you did this for us. And when you've worked for 4,000 people in 2 years, it's very difficult to remember certain jobs that you've done. So this will help out. Adam is slowly but surely getting there. He's done a great job so far with his stuff. He's extended, I'll get him to show you the camera in a minute, but he's extended it through and bringing it all through. Just going to connect up, do the tails last, and here's another phone call. Aha! When I'll put the microphone here, when £32 is well and truly spent. Oh yes, well done Nick. Big brain idea here, guys. I don't know how well you can hear me, and I think my GoPro is slightly frosty for some reason, but yeah, you can imagine us trying to change this over in this, by me holding a brolly with all of our stuff absolutely everywhere. It's not going well. Adam's still got his Marylands and his bog roll. Right, before I go and leave Adam for a second and sit in the nice warm van because I'm getting freezing, I'm just setting up loads of new customers on Tradeify. I've got about 15 people to add to it. I'm going to sit in there. My daughter was on it last night, didn't charge it. My power bank's about to get flat as well, so I'm going to charge it in there for a bit and add some people. Adam's got a couple more cables to go.
Got one breaker to do.
He's glanded it through, linked that through, earthed it all up. He's just put this Wago box over the top. He wanted to fix it flat, and I said to him, well, it's a dead cable, so just put something around it so we can cover it up and it can always be extended. And just get a little sticker on the back end with the cable label printer there. Adam, you've done a cracking job, and I don't say enough. Well done, mate. Genuinely. You've had a great boss. Oh my god, we also had nightmare a second ago. This all tried to blow away, so the wheelie bin saved us.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right, the cat nearly got out. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Right.
I tested the gas, it's like 0.02 or something like that. It's less than 0.5. So
cool, just going to do the water. We've got the wander lead out. There's a lot of metal lighting, switches, socket fronts. Not socket front, sorry, and lights and wall lights in the house. So we're going to get the wander lead out. A few of them are very heavily painted into the ceiling, and we're worried that we'll crack the plaster. So we're going to wander lead it to make sure there's an earth there. If there isn't, we'll pull it off. If there is, fantastic. Just another way that we can make sure there's an earth at points without actually damaging any of the walls or the fittings themselves. And then we'll just jump back and we label the board up. Adam's done a fantastic job. Genuinely, Adam, cracking job, mate. Well done. It's helped me jump on top of paperwork a little bit. Adam's had a good go.
It's not the neatest, but
no, it doesn't matter. It's nice and to me it's neat. You can see exactly where everything is. It's a small board. And yes, it's a DNO. Let us know below what you would do in this situation, because I know we're going to get some grief, or some people. We've said before, around this area there's a lot of fuse boards that are located in these outside boxes. If the smart meter guy decided to put this down, you'd have a lot more room in there. It is what it is. But to price this up and move this entire board where we couldn't physically do it the other side of the wall, it would be thousands of pounds to move this where it is. I'm happy with being where it is. Let me know if you see any other reasons or why you can or can't do it in the comments below.
Yeah, there is a lid, by the way. We just took it off.
Yeah, we just took it off. Makes it much easier because the wind kept blowing it backwards and forwards. But yeah, let us know your thoughts, and we'll see you in a second. Right, we're all done and dusted. Board's on. Super happy with Adam. And now we've got to go and take this wet tarps down. So I will see you on the next one. Like and subscribe if you haven't guys already. And we're getting close to 100k, so help me out. Take care now. Bye bye then.